Yeah, so this is our first stop of our northern tour today, and we're really out building capacity for the party because we have a message that I think resonates with people. And today in North Bay, we're essentially saying that politics as usual is not working. Green MPPs are ready to work with citizens and communities to fix the problems at Queen's Park, and we should start with the Metrolinx decision that awarded our coach refurbishment contract to an out-of-province firm. We need a complete, that was just wrong. We need a complete overhaul of our procurement process to take the net benefit into account. When we look at government procurement in Ontario, we need to look at, are we sourcing things locally from Ontario firms, creating Ontario jobs, building Ontario's tax base, and supporting our local communities like North Bay.
You know, some people look at the Green Party and think, oh, they're, you know, those eco-nuts or whatever. Give me an idea as to what the Green Party in Ontario stands for and what you want to see.
Well, one of the big things that we want to end is the myth that somehow there's this competition between the environment and the economy. I'm a small business owner, entrepreneur, and I see investing in green businesses, green technology, renewable energy, green buildings, those are going to be the economic powerhouses of the 21st century. And the Green Party is putting forward the tax and regulatory reforms to support our small and medium-sized businesses and our Ontario firms so they can be competitive in a global economy.
You don't have a candidate as of yet in the Nipissing riding. You know, do we have somebody coming forth? Can we look to a candidate in
yes.
this?
We will be announcing our candidate very shortly. We have a strong person who's putting their name forward, and their nomination will be happening very soon. And we're very excited about that because we think the Green Party's message will resonate in Nipissing.
How do you get that message out? And I ask that in all earnest because it seems that you know, some folks have already anointed the progressive conservative candidate as the next MPP for this riding.
You know what? Anything can happen in an election campaign. There's a lot of time between now and October 6th, and I want to respect voters and give them an opportunity to listen to the platforms of all the political parties and to listen to all the local candidates and make a decision. I don't think you should presuppose things like that before the writ even drops.
What is it that the voters of Nipissing essentially need to know about your party as well? I know we talked about provincially, but you know, at the local level, you know, why should folks turn their eyes to your party versus the standards?
Yeah. Well, first of all, I think most people realize that politics as usual is not working in Ontario, and people want change. The other three parties have had an opportunity to govern this province. It's time for some Green MPPs at Queen's Park to partner with citizens and communities to fix some of the problems there. First and foremost is we need strong local economies that create good local jobs and that keep the net economic benefits of those jobs in our local communities. We're the only political party tackling rising energy prices head-on at the root of the problem, which is we have to invest in energy efficiency and conservation to eliminate waste from the system, help people save money on their utility bills by reducing their demand and making our businesses more competitive in a 21st century economy. We're the only political party talking about the fact that if we're going to sustain our publicly funded, publicly delivered healthcare system over the long haul, we have to invest in primary healthcare reform, in community care centers, family health teams, and ensure that our seniors have access to a true continuum of care by investing in home care and long-term care for them. And we're the only political party that's saying we have to ensure that all Ontarians have access to healthy food to prevent illness in the first place and to ensure that our local food producers earn an adequate income.
And of course, nothing comes without spending, but there has to strike a balance. Where does the Green Party tackle that in terms of the books in Ontario?
Yeah, well, I think the Ontario's deficit is a top issue that needs to be addressed in this campaign. I think if you look at the debt crisis and what it's doing to the economy in Europe and the United States brings that message home. The other three political parties are proposing balancing Ontario's budget by 2017. Every province, and including the federal government, is proposing balancing their budget by 2014. The Green Party believes that we can do it in Ontario by 2015. And the way to do it is no crazy tax cuts that are being proposed by the other parties that we can't afford. We have to delay the tax cuts for large corporations till after the budget is balanced. And we also have to go to our public sector workers and say, we need to partner with you to preserve public services, to preserve public jobs, and you need to step up to the plate and with restraint on wage increases until after the budget is addressed, so that the province has the fiscal capacity to fund our essential public services. And if the global economy does go back into recession, we need to make sure we have the financial resources available to tackle that if that happens again, and the possibility of that certainly exists.